What is cracking, guys? Chef Buff here, and today I'm talking to you about why you can't build muscle. You're not gaining size, you're just being a pussy. There are several reasons why you're not building muscle. My first question would be, are you actually building muscle and you just don't know it? What I mean is, are you measuring yourself? Do you weigh yourself on a weekly basis? Do you take arm measurements, chest measurements, shoulder measurements? Do you do a rough body fat analysis? Do you take photos? Are you accurately looking at yourself and really seeing, am I building muscle? It sounds stupid, but it's absolutely true. I had a friend who was complaining he just couldn't gain size, didn't own a scale, never did measurements, but when he first started training he was about 170 pounds. 6 months later, he was about 178 pounds, and his arm size had increased by about an inch. He just wasn't measuring. Remember, if you're not assessing, you're guessing. In other words, if you're not keeping track of your progress, how can you know if you're making progress? Yo, Chef Buff, keep measuring my schlong, but it's not growing. Do I need more protein or what's going on here? Real talk me, bro. The second point relates to time. You have to have a realistic expectation as to how fast you can synthesize new muscle. There are a lot of guys who will message me after just 2 weeks of training and say, Chef Buff, I'm not gaining any size. Buddy, it's 2 weeks. It takes quite a long time to really build true quality muscle. In a year, as I've said before, you're looking towards perhaps 8 to 12 pounds of overall size. Divide that by months, and every single month, you'd only be gaining about 1, maybe 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds. So over a 3-month period, you may gain 3 to 6 pounds. Building muscle takes time, so we have to have a realistic expectation. Remember, build it and they will come. Did I just quote Field of Dreams? This video just went down the fucking tube. If after you measure yourself, pinch yourself with some body fat calipers, and have waited a long enough time and you're still not seeing results, there's 2 primary reasons why you're not building size at an optimal rate. The first is your nutrition. Are you eating enough calories? Remember, your body will only grow at an optimal rate if you're consuming enough calories. Having Captain Crunch for breakfast, pizza for lunch, and then maybe some mystery meat for dinner is not going to build you muscle. You have to ensure you're getting enough calories, macro and micronutrients. And if you're not gaining weight over time, clearly you're not eating enough. For gaining size, most individuals will need between 27 to say 4,000 calories on average a day to actually build muscle. Personally, what I'd recommend if your weight has stagnated over the last several months would be to increase your calories by 300 per day. Then you'd wait 1 month and evaluate. You do your measurements again, you see if your waistline has expanded, whether you've gained some weight. You'd see if 300 calories was enough for you to gain more size. If it wasn't, then you'd once again keep increasing by 300 calories a day every single month till you're your proper macro and micronutrient needs. And the second and more important component would be following a smart training program. I'm not going to overcomplicate this. If you can't once again quantify progress in the gym, then you're not following a sound training program. You classify progress in the gym several different ways, either by my favorite, using more weight with the equipment, either doing more sets, more reps, more total volume. There are a lot of different ways that you can evaluate whether you're making progress or not. If you've consistently been lifting more weight these past several months, that you've put on no size whatsoever, then it's a dietary issue. If, however, your training sucks, you find yourself you've plateaued in the gym, you're not really seeing any progress, then it's your training routine. If you're not happy with your current training program, follow a professional program, something that has been designed and proven to work. And there are a lot of these programs online. And as a big training tip, I would always recommend keeping a training log. That way you could evaluate, shit, you know what, on Monday, I was doing awesome, I set a personal best. And then you could really look and see how you're doing on the different days and where you need to improve. Guys, I said this video was going to be super simple, and it is. Really, it comes down to, first of all, finding if you're building muscle or not in the first place. And if you're not, you have to take a look at both your diet and at your training routine. And that's really how simple it is. Guys, make sure to like, share with friends, and subscribe. And I will be seeing you in the next video. Today's topic, my #1 tip, it's pizza time. You order 2 large pepperoni pizzas, right? Then you take a bottle of olive oil, and then you pour that shit all over 4 pizzas. Then you got 10 minutes to eat both of those. Go get it, it works, trust me. My boy G gained 50 pounds in 10 weeks, 50 pounds. He's probably gonna enter the Mr. Olympic next year. Fucking jack. Dude, if it fits your macros means that if it fits your